Hello, Jeff Helvin here with the Lori Ballin team in Las Vegas and Ballin Brands at your command. Just wanted to review tasks here. I have a task overview video that is in a different video that kind of gives a little overview of kind of how tasks work, how to filter and organize tasks, how to access tasks from the menu, and so forth. So today I'm going to go into actually creating tasks. So I wanted to kind of take a look at the best way to create and ultimately manage tasks as well. So the first thing we need to understand is that there are different types of tasks. We actually have contact tasks, and then we have opportunity tasks as well. And they're found in different spots and they do different things. So we wanted to kind of take a look at that. So first thing I can do is, as a contact task, I can go ahead and just click on create new task. So I can give it a task name, test task 2, and is it all day or is it at a certain time of day? Do I want it to show up on my calendar? So I'm able to kind of manage that when I want it to show up. So we'll go ahead and make this one an all day task, and I give it a description. This is my task description. And then I can also add a hyperlink. Like, let's say I wanted to send a Facebook message or something. I wanted to put a link directly to their Facebook page. I can do that. Now, the other thing that we have the option here is we can associate a contact with it. So if I'm doing a specific task for a specific contact, then it's a good idea to associate a contact with it. Or I can just simply hit create task and there will be no contact associated. So let's go ahead and just do associate contact. So I can choose my team, the Lori Ballin team here, or am I going to associate it with a personal contact? So you do have to know which one you're doing. So I have a couple options here, and let's say I want to go ahead and associate it with that contact. I now have that one selected, and I can go ahead and click on associate contacts and now create task. So if you notice here, this would be a test task that I did that does not have a contact associated with it, but then these two are tasks that are associated with different contacts. Now, I can simply click on the actual task title to see what the task is, or I can snooze the task, or I can archive the task itself. Now, if I go to one that's associated with a contact, if I click on that contact, it'll bring up the contact's information, and then it'll actually have the task seated over here under the tab that says tasks. So I can also add a task the same way I did before right here, except for it automatically associates that contact. So if it's easier for you to kind of go to a contact and create a task that way versus creating a task and associating a contact, those are options as well, where I could simply create a task that way. Now, how you manage tasks is really kind of up to you. I've seen different agents do it different ways. If you like to have a history of every task that you've done, then of course you'll want to have a different task for every step of the way. For example, you can have a task for, reach out to a certain contact, say happy birthday, or something of that nature. Or you could also just have a, make contact touch, if you're just trying to keep in touch with a particular contact in your database. So what I like to do is I like to have only open tasks for people that I'm actively working. So for example, I might have a task here, and let's say, I see the task on my calendar, right, or on my dashboard. So I go ahead and let's imagine this one says to reach out to Jeff. So if I reach out to Jeff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually click on the contacts because I want to read the notes, right, of anything that I've maybe have been interacting, anything that I've said. So this is my note history. So I like to go to the contact before I do what the task says, just to see if anything else is relevant to that communication. So I'll go ahead and reach out. Maybe I make my phone call. I'll actually add activity, let's say a quick note, or I did a call, and I'll put in some notes, and then I'll hit save. Okay, so now I have record of that contact happening. So what I could do is I could go over to tasks, and I could mark the task complete because I made that. But if it was really just a make contact with so-and-so or touch base with so-and-so because I'm not actively working with them on a buying or selling a home, then I actually like to just snooze this particular task for another day. So let's say I'm on a 2-week follow-up cycle with this particular person. Well, I actually would just go to snooze, and then I'll snooze until a specific date, and then I'll choose 2 weeks from now at a certain time, and then I apply the date and time and hit snooze. So this leaves one task. So instead of having a task history, I have one task because I already have a note history. So that's why that works in my case, because I already have the note history of everything that I've done with this particular one. So I don't need a note history and a task history. So I find it a little easier just to manage tasks that way by keeping them open. Now, if you're going through the actual process of an opportunity, there's actually opportunity tasks, which that's another video that we're going to take a look at separately. But this is, let's say maybe you want to have a setup search for contacts. Maybe that's a task. And then it's review homes in contact search. Then there's a task to, schedule appointment with contact to see homes. So if you want to have a history that way, you could create individual tasks and follow them, complete them as you go, and do it that way as well. So again, it's really up to you on how you want to do it. You can create a task right from a contact. You can create a task right from this, from the actual main screen, the dashboard. I can click create task. I can go to my actual task and create a task that way, and connect that to a contact if I want to go that route as well. So that is how to use tasks. In a separate video, we're going to look at opportunity tasks. So definitely take a look for that, as that one is slightly different than what we just went through here as well. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to us at team@ballinbrands.com.